I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Bender.
Here.
Trustee Aldensee.
Here.
Trustee Sellers.
Here.
Trustee Martin. Absent. Supervisor Sellers.
Here.
Okay.
All right.
Do I need to move back, Nick?
Here, okay.
Am I fine? Nick, am I fine?
First of all, we're gonna need to approve the minutes for September 16th of our regular board meeting. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Oh, sorry, go ahead, because you was here, I wasn't. But I did read it.
If you
All
weren't
right.
here, you shouldn't approve them.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I read them, but.
Okay. Guys, take a look at them.
Everybody read them?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. We need a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay. Next on the agenda is the approval of the September 18th minutes. Special emergency meeting. I need a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Bender, second by Sellers. Anyone, have you ever had a chance to read over the minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Alrighty. Next on the agenda is the approval of claims and demands. I need a motion to approve claims and demands before we can have discussion about it.
I move for approval of the claims and demands.
Is there a
Is
second?
there a second?
Yeah, you put your stuff over my.
Can we get a second?
We need a second.
please?
Okay.
Oh.
Second.
Yeah, sorry.
Girls, pay attention.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now it's open for discussion.
Okay.
About claims and demands.
On the 6th page,
Yes.
I would just like to know, not tonight, but later, Leonard, Stella Leonard, please.
Okay. What do we have?
And,
You said 6, Nikki?
yeah, on page 6, 6 of 7 it is.
Okay.
And what's the name again?
Stella Leonard.
Okay.
I don't see
I
it.
don't see still a name.
Oh, let me see, didn't I see?
Page 5.
Page 5.
Page 5.
I'm sorry, 5 of 7.
Okay.
I was looking at the next page. And then the only other comment I have is, see, we're buying a lot of gas cards again.
Yes. Yes, we are.
I hope you waited till the gas went down, so they get more mileage.
Yes. Brian and I, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about how we can tighten this up. There are a lot of gas cards that are being given to clients that are on the CWP, Community Working Training. We got to find a way to regulate it a lot better. We're working on it. It was down last month. It's up this month. We're gonna try and get it down and keep it down. So.
Do they bring back to you a copy that they've been to this certain place and,
No.
yeah,
No.
that's right. I knew that was a problem.
Oh, go ahead, I'll let you finish that.
What a plan would be changing our vendor from Mobile to Dan 66. Give them a make and model of the cars, and if that car isn't there with that person's name, they're not going to fill that car up with their gas card.
Right.
So that's something we need to talk to Dan 66 about, because this is a little bit ridiculous.
Because you're still getting proof of insurance,
Right,
registration.
right. We're still
the
getting
whole
all
yard
that.
From the
Mhm.
driver.
Yep.
My question also is, how many cards are they getting and how often are they coming in, you know, every 2 weeks? So
Mhm.
it's one person get a card every 2
Mhm.
weeks? Okay.
That's all I have.
see, we have a lot for Housing Authority this month also. I mean, I've never seen that many people with, you know.
We are seeing an influx of people coming here.
Mm-hmm.
We are. I know Trustee Bender talked about 50 new families they're serving almost every month. A lot of those people are showing up here at Township. And we don't have the authority to tell them no if they qualify. Unlike any of the other social service agencies, if they don't, if they come there, they can say we don't have the money. No, we can't do that because we're bound by state statute to provide this service if they qualify. So that's where it's so important that our community work and training program, the I Earned It program, gets implemented. And we're working towards that. We're real close. We got the information from FHN about physicals. We're going to start getting the physicals and getting them into the program as soon as we possibly can. I want to start trying to get the first rounds of physicals done by as early as next week to have people into the program by later on next week. So we're moving fast in this because the weather's changing. We want to get some things done before the snow starts blowing and flying and all that stuff.
Joy, we had, in the last 3 months at Salvation Army, over 200 new clients who have never been to our Salvation Army for any help.
Where are they coming from, Nikki? Are they still coming from Chicago?
The majority of them are
Yeah.
from Chicago.
What is which I know that, but what is Chicago doing that they're pushing
Turning
them
down.
Yeah, and I mean, I know a lot of them are saying we're moving for a better life, but
Right.
I think it's more of an easier life than a better life. But I'm saying, what is Chicago? How are they shifting them out, or what are? Do they have a township in Chicago?
Yes, they do. But I'm not going to say it's Chicago doing it. It's people moving here and calling family members here.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's what's going on. So.
And
Come
they
here,
don't
it's
have to-
easier.
They don't have to stand in line here as long to get
Right.
help.
Mm-hmm.
They
So-
can come in like, they said, gee, your pantry, we can come in here within a half hour, we're in and out. In Chicago, it may take 3 hours to get through the pantry line.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with DHS, DCF, all of it.
Yeah.
That's, a gentleman that came last week, I'm like, why would you come here? You bypassed how many towns
Yeah, that's
that
what I
probably
think.
have more work than we do.
Right.
He's tired of the shooting in there. I hope he
Well,
didn't
I
bring
can't
it-
say as I
hope he
blame
didn't
him.
bring it with him.
Right.
though.
Right, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a positive thing that's coming. It's more of a negative thing.
Right.
It's not like, you used to come to Freeport and at least it was jobs and it was
Right.
they were working in the
Right.
school district. Now it's
And the
not.
big problem is they bring their problems with them.
Right.
Mhm. Can we
Sometimes-
handle it? Or can we handle some of the problems? Okay.
And
Okay.
sometimes
Any
they're
more?
running away from something else.
Yeah.
Right. Are there any more questions on claims and demands?
No,
No?
I'm happy. I guess.
Okay, we're okay.
Hello.
Yep, please call the roll. Clerk?
Trustee Bender,
Aye.
Aldency,
Aye.
Sellers,
Hi.
and Supervisor Sellers.
Aye.
Okay,
Next on the agenda is the budget comparison, the correspondence, and underneath that is the budget comparison report and account summary report. I've given those reports to you all. They should be underneath, no, the one you got in your hand, right? No, right there, yes. No, they should be under your packet. They should be under your
Okay.
This one, Nikki.
packet right there.
it looks like this.
It's under there. It is. Yep.
I didn't give you one.
With this?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Isn't it?
Here's one right here.
Oh, sure, you know what you can do
Yes, I did.
that.
Just for you.
Well, trustees, please take a look. And, yeah. You're going to notice that our consulting line is pretty high.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a reason why it's so high.
Okay.
We were budgeted $12,000 for that consulting line. Okay? But $11,984.25 was spent out of that line before he even took office.
Oh, wow.
Okay? That left us with $15.75 for the entire year in that budget line.
And this was known before the budget was,
Oh, this was known. This was deliberate. This entire budget was set for this organization to fail. That's why it was created. That's why. Now we have to work with this thing. We still got to provide the service that we need for the community. We still got to do what we got to do for the community. But this is what we got to work with. This is the hand we were dealt.
I mean, do we have to work with it? I thought we could amend.
We can amend.
Okay.
But I wanted you all to see what we're dealing with. This overall budget was cut. And it wasn't cut to preserve money. It was cut out of spite. It's cut out of anger, out of malcontent, and out of total disrespect for this new administration. That's why it was cut. By individuals who were so disgruntled and so vindictive, and who took my 64% victory ratio so personally, they were willing to decimate this organization through their actions. That's why this budget was made.
The bottom line is that the budget should have never been passed.
Right.
Before the new person took office. This just isn't done. I mean, no matter how
Right.
upset you are over losing, you don't do this to the city that you run for. You shouldn't. This should have never happened. I'm happy that I voted no on those budgets.
Yes.
Simply because I knew that it wasn't the right thing to do.
And Mr. Sellers did ask, Supervisor Sellers did ask twice not to vote on the budget. And I just say that we go ahead and we amend the budget and we just start all over again and do whatever we have to do to change whatever we have to do so that we can do what we need to do. But I don't think we should sit here and fuss and argue
No.
and, you know, keep going over and over about the budget. I think we should just go ahead, set up a vote, amend the vote, start a whole new one and, you know, so that you can do what you need to do.
Right.
You know, this organization can do what they need to do and, you know, we can do what we need to do. So we're not sitting here bickering and
You
arguing
can
and.
make amendments to the budget, sure.
Right. I brought our chief financial officer, Mrs. Liz Padgett, here to explain the accrual versus cash system that we're using. We're using the accrual system. So there would be an argument stating that money that was spent out of the previous budget was out of that budget, when actually it came out of our budget. So she can explain a little bit more.
Hello, everybody. When this budget went into effect was May 1st, so any expenses that were incurred or paid out after May 1st, regardless if they were incurred in April, when they're paid out in May, that's the budget, it comes out of the May 1st budget. With an accrual basis with QuickBooks, I had it set up the budget where you have a set amount and then you divide it by 12. So each month it would show what your budget is for that month. Some months could be under, some months could be over. What I did was I went in and I changed it back to a cash basis, so that way then you guys could see this sheet here shows what the budget was, what we've spent, and what the percentage is at where we're at right now for 5 months. Some of these lines, there's not going to be enough money because we have 7 months to go. Some lines will be fine, but some will not. So, that's about it.
Okay.
Liz, is in particular the consultants and the legal services, are those two in particular where the accrual impacted?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, there is the building. The old administration did not take into effect that they had to pay property taxes. So it took that line, that's where the property taxes of 6,500, I think it was, is coming out of, and they didn't budget for that. So it's gonna take that line way over, because we have 7 months for that building line for if anything should happen for maintenance wise, you're gonna be over on that line as well. And I think there's a lot of cleaning up that we can do for the lines and the titles to make them, I like them cut and dry, very cut and dry. I do not like miscellaneous fields at all. Those drive me nuts because you can throw, I mean, this miscellaneous field, you know, is over because we have A and B storage. They were putting laundry in there, which really laundry, I'm putting it back into the food and clothing line because clothing goes with laundry. But I feel if there's specific things that you know that you're gonna, if you know that you're gonna have like a laundry line every month, there should be a laundry line on the budget. So that way then you can go and say, okay, I spent this much on laundry. I think, you know, a lot of it with the general, like with the GA side, you can tighten up that budget a lot as well because there's a lot of duplicate lines. That, I mean, I think there's like 5 or 6 job training lines, job training miscellaneous, job training, you know. You know, when I look at a budget, I like to say, okay, this is what's going in that budget, and I know exactly what's in that budget. I don't want to have to guess on what's there and what's not there. You shouldn't have to guess.
So what do we need, oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, so what do we need to do so we can do what we need to do? Or you can do what you need to do, or you can do what you need to do.
Well,
Are you skipping?
ultimately, we're gonna have to amend some budget, some line items in this budget. We're gonna have to amend.
Is the child
So-
trustee salary, is that gonna make it throughout the year? Because we've already spent 79 and we've got 33 and we've got 7 months to go.
See, the salary line was an issue, and the trustee per diem was an issue as well, because there was like 3 or 4 special meetings between the middle of April to the beginning of May, and those are extra money for the special meetings, and it all came out of Patrick's budget because it didn't come out until the first pay period in May. So right there, you're taking that budget over. So when you get closer to the end of the year, which would be in April, you're not going to have enough money in those lines. So whatever you accrued from May 1st to May 20th, which would have been the old administration, is going over onto his line and taking it out of that budget.
Okay, so where is the money at, or what is it that we need to switch over, change, or amend, or, you know, where are the lines that we need to do that at, I guess? That's my question.
I definitely think the consultant line is a line you need to amend. I think the legal services line is a line that you're gonna need to amend. The building line is a line that you're gonna need to amend. Basically, if you look at these percentages, anything that is over, I would say 40%, over to close to 50 might be an issue.
On the other thing, the assessor's salary, part of her salary from last year was taken out of your budget too, wasn't it? Your salary line item?
No.
No, I can't imagine.
No.
Not the assessor, the clerk. I don't mean the clerk, I mean your salary.
My salary, supervisor salary.
That's what I mean.
I'm thinking there were 2 checks
2 checks.
that were Supervisor Hooper's that was taken out of my
Right.
salary line.
I think those lines will be close. I don't think that's gonna be anything that's gonna be dramatically over. When I look at this budget lines, I'm just looking at the ones that are way, way over now and are gonna be over probably by the end of the year. But, you know, you have an influx, you know, a lot of this budgeting too depends on the amount of people that come in that, you know, that need help.
Right.
You know, August was a huge month.
Heavy month for us.
October,
Every
was
month.
a huge month. As you can see from all the keying that I did like 300 invoices. That was a really huge amount of people coming in. So, and then you could, the next month it could be low again, but you just never know coming into the winter months, you know, how you're gonna fare. And it's almost like a month type by month type basis. But like say those 3 or 4 lines I would amend as soon as possible, because you're already way over and you know that you're going to need, they were under budgeted to begin with, so.
So where is this money sitting at then?
In other line items.
Huh?
In other line items.
Yeah, right, so we need to, or you guys need to change it up and let's vote on it and amend
we
it
probably
and
can,
get it right.
The good thing is you've tried to make as many of those meetings, special meetings, included with our regular meeting.
And it's a good thing that we saved the money that we saved, because we're going to need it. Every dime that we save, we're going to need it.
Unofficial,
Oh, go ahead, Nikki, I'm sorry.
unofficial bonding, is that pretty much all paid? That there's not a lot of that
No,
coming
there,
forward anymore?
right, with the official bonding, you know, we had to get
Some notaries.
notaries. And there was only $60 budgeted for that. So the 105 is notaries for Barb and myself and then Caitlin. So that was extra cost over
Okay.
that.
Line.
I don't see really a lot more coming
No.
out of that, that budget at all, so.
Okay. Cindy, on dues and subscriptions, is
That's-
mostly all that paid for
That's
the
our,
year?
that's
We don't
Marshall
have
and
to worry
Swift,
about
which is
that.
the commercial estimator that comes due in July each year.
Okay, then I'm assuming catastrophic insurance is paid,
Yes, it
and we
is.
don't need to worry about that?
No. And beginning January 1st, we don't have to worry about it anymore. With the new Affordable Health Care Act,
Oh, yeah?
the catastrophic, it's Mackey, right? We don't have to worry about that. And
Well, good.
we won't have to worry about GA Medical.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Oh,
We can't get rid of it, but we don't
But we
have
won't
to
have to do
provide
it.
it any longer.
and then I noticed shelter and rent is at 61%. That's gonna be a big problem, isn't it, with all the people coming here?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
When does the monthly grant level change?
Next month. Next month it changes.
Maybe once we start getting where these people have to, work and all that kind of stuff, maybe, you know, hey, 90 days will buy us a little time.
Yeah, and we don't have a lot left for transportation, is at 54%. I wouldn't think we'd be having to buy any more equipment for this office. They've already spent 72% of the money.
Right, we shouldn't, let me see
So
here.
is there anything big that you're gonna need?
Just to hang the flag, that's all I know. We're gonna get rid of that.
We're gonna
He
need
flew
a
over Washington
flagpole.
and he still can't get it up.
We're
you know?
gonna need a flagpole, okay. I got it, I got it.
Okay.
That's all the questions I have on it.
Okay. So we don't, alrighty.
I guess my only question is, what is it gonna take for us to, you know, what do you want us to do, or what is it gonna take for us to amend whatever, or
Nothing.
just vote, or what? What do we
We'll
need
have to have
to do?
another meeting to amend, won't we?
We're gonna have to pass an ordinance.
We're gonna pass an
to
ordinance.
approve it, and it's not on tonight's agenda, so.
Right.
And we're gonna have to know what, it'll say what items we're transferring, how much from which item to another. You can't make any transfers that would reduce the line item that you're taking the money from beyond, below what it's already committed to pay.
So you have to find line items that have excess than what is budgeted amount?
Yeah.
Have excess and are not likely to need the entire amount.
Right. So that's something that,
So maybe-
Liz and I will be working on.
We can start with this one.
So,
Mine?
okay. I
Okay.
guess we're gonna move to the assessor's report.
Friday's the last day for anyone anyone who wants to protest the 2013 assessment. So far, we have 5. We do know we have one landlord that is filing on all of them, and that's probably 2025 for that one landlord. Otherwise, we'll see. Friday's the last day. It's been quiet.
Don't say the Q
word.
And I do know there's some commercial properties that are going to be coming in and appealing their assessments, so we shall see. But that's all I have.
We have to deal with this resolution.
Right. Resolution TR-13-16, approving modification to lease agreement for office space at 524 West Stevenson Street, Suites 214, 215.
I request that this gets set till the next meeting.
Yeah, we know that. That's gonna be my recommendation too. But first of all, to get it on the floor for discussion, there has to be a motion to approve in a second, and then we can make a motion to postpone.
Right.
So we have to make a motion to approve
Need
it
a
first.
motion to approve.
Right.
So moved.
Okay,
second.
Second,
The reason we're asking to set
I
this
was just
over
gonna ask
is
why.
because of the fact that we're negotiating a modification of the current lease agreement to extend it by 1 year. It expires November 30th for city's office, and we need, they're still gonna need that office space at least for the year. There's a termination clause in the proposed modification. I have a response back from Mr. McConnell, who represents the owner, and they're still looking at it. So when we don't have the final document to bring to you, as soon as we get it in final form, we'll email it out to everyone and mail it to, and Stanley will deliver it to trustee Bender.
I'll deliver it.
You gonna go for lunch or something? Going for lunch?
I'll go down there. All right, so I need to,
Just make a motion to postpone to the
Okay.
October 21st, 2013 regular meeting.
okay, so we need a motion to postpone.
I make a
I
motion to
made the
post.
motion.
Made a motion to approve. This is now, it's on the floor.
Oh, okay.
And now we got a motion, move to postpone it until the next meeting, which is October 21st.
So I have Alden C. Did you want to second it?
Yeah.
And when we vote, we'll vote on whether to postpone it. That's the motion that's on the floor now.
Okay, so do we do a roll call vote on that?
No, we can do voice vote.
Okay. All righty, a voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. All righty, trustees report. Okay. Other business. I would like to ask the trustees if they would be interested in us holding a meeting to discuss, a special meeting to discuss the budget. Would you be interested in doing that?
What do you mean, I guess, what,
Holding a special meeting to discuss the budget.
okay.
Go deeper into it, I think is what.
All right, so
okay.
we understand.
Current budget or next year's?
Hmm?
Current budget or next year's budget?
Current budget.
And when?
Hmm?
When? Do you know? Will you-
I'm open to suggestions.
As soon as possible, I think.
Okay. Anybody has a calendar anywhere?
On my phone.
Don't use phones.
No, you have to get a calendar.
Do you want it, if you want it in the, like this week or next week? Do you want it like to next Monday, or do you want it during the week?
What about next Monday,
14th?
the 14th?
Oh, that-
It's a
that-
holiday.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, that's
can't
a
do it.
holiday. Right, that's a
Can't do it, that's
holiday.
right.
Unless the
It-
regular meeting falls on the holiday, it's not a regular meeting.
Say it again?
The exception, the Open Meetings Act, where you can't hold meetings on holiday, it's except if your regularly scheduled meeting falls on a holiday,
Mhm.
you can choose then to hold it on a holiday. But this is a special meeting, so this wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
About the Tuesday then?
Because if they're not working, they're not gonna wanna come to a meeting.
I don't care.
I gotta work.
Right, but I'm saying Cindy don't, do you?
Patrick doesn't.
Oh, right.
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't care if it's
I mean-
Monday night.
I don't care if
I
it's
don't
Monday or
either.
Tuesday, it don't matter to me.
It's up to you guys. You guys,
Monday's better for
We
me.
can't do
Yeah.
Monday.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, I said we could only do on a holiday if the regularly scheduled meeting falls on the holiday.
Oh,
So
okay.
if
we did
if
that.
today was a holiday, we could held it. But
Okay,
since it's a special meeting,
okay.
can't do that.
The
Okay,
22nd
now I
is
understand.
cool.
22nd's the day after our regular meeting.
22nd, I'm in the hospital.
Oh,
Be
for
here.
what?
Heart surgery.
Oh, no, Mike, that little machine didn't work right.
No, they didn't have no effect until the
But
next
we can
morning.
come to the
They-
hospital.
No, you don't wanna go all the way down to downtown Chicago.
Yes, I do.
No.
At least you're going someplace good.
okay.
Good for
What is,
you.
what is Tuesday?
Tuesday's the
22nd.
15th.
Oh,
If you wanna do
next.
next Tuesday's the 15th.
Yeah.
That's good.
How does it sound, everyone?
that's fine.
Yeah.
What time?
What time?
Okay.
I get off work at 4 o'clock, so in Monroe.
Well, about 5
We'll
then.
do it around 5.
Okay. Okay, let me put that down, let me wait till you forget.
Okay.
Tuesday, I mean the 15th, right?
10,
Correct.
15
At 5 o'clock.
at 5 p.m.
Okay.
And the agenda is just going to be the 2013-14 budget.
Budget.
Which means we're not intending to vote on anything that night, it's just a discussion.
Right.
A lot of governmental units have what they call study sessions, which are not intended to actually vote on anything, to conduct business, just to talk about various topics and maybe to go into more depth. I look at this as a nature of a study session. So it's open to the public, but the purpose of it is just for a more in-depth discussion.
So we're more familiar with,
How this works.
Mhm.
I guess my next question is, with what we talked about with the budget and not being able to do what we need to do, when are we gonna handle, I guess, that?
What, the amending?
Or you guys correcting whatever amending whatever line we need?
Might be ready on the 15th, wouldn't it?
Well, we have to, don't we need a,
That's why we talk about the budget.
the ordinance?
We
So
need an
we
ordinance,
wanna talk
right.
about it
Budget
first?
Right.
first.
We need
Okay, we're gonna talk about
ordinance
what we
first,
wanna
huh?
amend, okay,
Mhm.
okay,
Changes.
okay.
Yeah.
That, I guess that's what I'm asking, that's what we're gonna do
Okay, yeah.
to
We need the ordinance first.
help amend some of them, okay.
All right.
Okay, I didn't know who was on it.
Any public comments? Okay. We're going to go into executive session to discuss probable or imminent litigation against, affecting, or on behalf of the town of Freeport as authorized by 5 ILCS 120/2C11. So,
We need a motion.
Need a motion
and a second,
and
and
a
then a roll
second.
call vote.
Make the motion that we go into executive session to discuss probable or imminent litigation against, affecting, or on behalf of the town of Freeport as authorized by 5 ILCS 120/2C11.
A second. We're in adjournment till November 4th?
No, that's
No,
wrong.
that's wrong.
Hold on a
It's,
second.
it's October 21st. Okay, I'm gonna call the roll,
Clerk,
is
call
that
the roll.
okay?
Yep, please.
Okay, Bender,
Aye.
Aldensee,
I
Sellers,
Aye.
and Sellers.
Aye. All right,
I talked to Cookie today at the hospital.
okay.
We are now reconvened. We're back in open session. The public is welcome to come back in. We've made the announcement. There were no votes taken, no motions made during executive session. It was informational only.
Righty, now I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved
Who made the
by
first one?
Bender,
Oh,
second by Sellers.
well, I'm busy here.
Second by Sellers.
So the next meeting is October 21st.
Correct.
October 21st.
Special meeting October 15th.
Well, that's true.
Next
Special
regular
meeting.
meeting.
Yep, next regular meeting.
Yes.
Okay,
15.
Let's say
Now we
grace
need
and
to
leave
call
this
the-
place.
We gotta call the roll, right?
No,
No? Okay.
I'll just say voice vote, all in favor.
Okay, all in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, motion passed.
Okay.